Good morning, class 11s. With this video, we will be completing the chapter that we are currently doing. Okay, so as I've already told you, that I'm not gonna read each and every line and explain each and every line. It is your responsibility to read the entire text and ask me if you have any problem, and if you have not understood anything, you can always send me a message. Okay, so let's begin the last video of your chapter that we're currently doing. So socialization in very simple word, it means to learn the values, the beliefs, the culture, okay, to be acceptable members of the society. So socialization is the process by which an infant, okay, infant is like just a newborn baby, learns, becomes aware, a knowledgeable person, and learns the culture into which he or she is born. So once a person is born, once a child is born, that individual does not know anything. Okay, so it is the and that person is helpless. So it is the responsibility of the people that he or she, the infant, lives with, to teach the infant things that they need to learn as members of the society. So socialization, so that process in which the individual learns about his society, learns about himself, learns about the culture that he or she follows, okay, and he becomes aware of himself as a citizen, as an individual, then that is called the process of socialization. So it is not only the child, but the people bringing up the child also becomes socialized into new roles as parents, grandparents, etc. So although the infant, the newborn infant, is being socialized, even the person who socializes that infant, the parents or the grandparents, they also get socialized because they are learning a new role. Okay, so suppose a child is born to the parent, the first child is born, so that parent, so that man and woman, they have never become a mother or a father, it's the first time, so they are learning new things. Okay, so these people are also getting socialized, and the grandparents are also getting socialized, okay, into a new role. They are learning new things as parents and as grandparents. Socialization is a lifelong process, and the most important and critical one takes place as an infant. So the process of socialization, it takes place throughout our life. Okay, we are always learning, and we are always being taught new things by different groups and different agencies. So socialization is a lifelong process, but the one that takes place when we are extremely young is the one which is the most important, and that is called the primary socialization. So then the second one is, there is secondary stage of socialization, which extends throughout the life of the person. Like we told you, although the parent was a child once and that person has already been socialized, but that but the mother and the father has not been socialized as parents, so they become socialized. That is secondary stage. So agencies of socialization means those institutions, those institutions which teaches individuals, okay, which socializes them to be acceptable members of the society. So the first one is family, which is also the most important one. Family is a very important agent of socialization. Parents and grandparents can be the key socializing agent. So in a family which is a nuclear family, the parents might be the key, who plays a key role in the process of socializing the child. And in case of a extended family and somewhere where the parents go to work, the grandparents or you know someone they keep to hire can be important agent of socialization. The region and the social class into which a person is born also affects the process of socialization. So the process of socialization is not the same for everyone. Okay, so those born in a traditional like rural society may have different phases of socialization than those born in an urban setting. So the region, the place to which you are born, right, and then the place to in which you are born, and then the social class, whether you're born in a high class or low class, that also largely affects the process of socialization. Second one is peer groups. So peer group means like your friends, your colleagues, okay, so which has those with whom you have an equal and friendly relationship. So the word peer means equal and friendly relationship established between young children. So peer does not only mean among children, but it may mean among your friends also. It may mean among me and the person I'm studying with, okay. So peer relationship remains important throughout a person's life. Peer groups are important in shaping individuals' attitudes and behavior. So as we are socialized by family, we are also socialized by peer groups. So we follow the orders of a family because like they have a sense of domination on us. The infant may be dominated by the family, but among the peer group that is not the case. It is acceptable, okay, they accept it on their own, and then it helps a lot in shaping the attitude and behavior of the individual. As you have maybe have heard that if you want to know about a person, you have to look at his friends or somebody he or she spends time with. So yeah, peer group plays an important role. And the third one is schools. Schools are an agency of socialization, okay? It is a formal agency of socialization. It not only gives formal education but teaches many things that help an individual become socialized and acceptable member of the society. So when we go to school, we are just not taught something from the textbook. We are taught things, the values of life. We are taught the do's and don'ts of life. We are taught to be responsible individuals, and we are socialized in a way in which we can be respectful and responsible citizens of the society. They teach us school, it teaches us things that we may not learn at home, not only regarding the books but also basic lessons of life. So school is very important. Next one is media. So you know what media is? Mass media. Media has a great influence upon individuals. You know how everyone is hooked in some sort of media or the other. It has already become an essential part of our everyday life. Yeah, right. Media passes on information more freely to individuals. So there is no such thing like you are a woman and I'm not gonna let you watch. I'm not gonna give you access to such things. That is not the case with media. Okay, there is freedom of information. Everyone has the right, and everyone has the freedom to listen and look at it. So media, it can reach remote villages where there aren't any proper basic facilities. So that is the case. Media, it has a far reach, and it plays a very important role in socialization of individuals, as it teaches a lot of like new things to individuals. And you know, kids these days, they watch cartoon in Hindi language, and then they literally they'll be speaking Hindi words in between their conversation. Okay, so that is a part of socialization where a media socialization where media is playing an important role and is also influencing your language. Okay, and this media, it also reaches villages where there is no like proper road, also there's no proper transportation. So even in the villages, people are being socialized with the help of mass media. So the last slide is socialization and freedom. So let's read. As we are socialized by one or the other agency at some point of time, it may seem that we have no free will. But the truth is that through the processes of socialization, we develop a sense of personality, individuality, and freedom, and the capacity for independent thought and action. So, what is being said is that since in every stage of life, or every time we are like guided or we are being socialized by one of the agencies or the other, so it may look like we don't have anything, our own point of view. We don't have freedom, we don't have free choice. It may look like that, but that's not the case, because the process of socialization, it develops a sense of personality, individuality, and freedom. So through the process of socialization, we learn, okay, to think independently, individually, to do things on our own, to have independent thought and action. So it is not that just because we're being socialized by various agencies, it does not mean that we are bound by it. Okay, we have our free will, which is also a result of the process of socialization. Okay, here we come to the end. I will post the questions, and then if you do not understand anything, please inbox me. Thank you.